Everyone tells you to wake up, meditate, journal. Here are 3 habits that actually rewired my mindset, focus, and discipline, even though nobody around me was doing that. First, schedule boredom. Your brain's best idea does not come from noise, they come from silence. So I take 30 minutes off, and when I say boredom, I actually mean it. No songs, no notifications, phone out of your sight, laptop out of your sight, literally nothing. You, maybe your journal, trying to write something, and if not write, just think nothing maybe, and maybe a plan will strike to your head. Just let your mind wander around. And when there are days when we have the wildest of the dream that I'm gonna be a millionaire or something, I want you to do something like that, but in a more strategic way. So I want you to instead think of plans that can actually work rather than just wandering on the end goal, like I'll be a millionaire. But how? What's your plan? I want you to focus on the plan this time and not just the end goal. So just sit in boredom and make a plan of what you want to do in your life. What are you doing right now? What can be done? What extra activities you want to do? If not, then what is something that you want to cut down because it's not serving you? So please feel bored to think about yourself in detail, like to actually self-evaluate yourself. And it is actually proven by science that boredom activates a part of your brain which is actually helpful for creativity and reflection. So might as well we use this time to actually reflect on us and be creative. Second habit that helped me for a mindset shift is doing the hard thing first. Mental wins are really important than any routine. Doing the hard thing first also makes so much more sense, because in one of my video I was talking about how if we don't want to do anything, we should have a non-negotiable in the day, because having a non-negotiable makes us feel a bit better about ourselves. For example, my main agenda of today was to create those videos, but along with these videos I had few other bits and pieces of activities. On a normal day, when we feel demotivated or we feel like procrastinating, I would do other activities first and I will push the main hard thing for later in the day. But guess what? The hardest thing requires the most amount of your energy and the most amount of your motivation. So it's better to do it first or in the middle whenever you feel like, because there are few people who needs to get into the momentum in order to do a hard thing, and there are few people who wants to do it first. So you analyze yourself. So do hard thing first if you can, and that will create momentum to do other activities. And if it doesn't create momentum, you are done with the most difficult task and it's gonna help you. And that will help you to not feel worst about yourself or not completing the to-do list, because guess what? You have already worked towards your goal by working on the most difficult stuff. If you win your morning, you win the day. But if you finish the hard task first, you own the day. The whole day you're gonna be very relaxed that I have already conquered something. Number third is tracking energy, not your time. I have already made a massive video about it and it's super helpful. I will link that in the description box below. What I'm speaking about in that video is that how we people are so much used to of making a to-do list and calendars and schedule events in our day without knowing what our energy levels are. For example, I'm most energetic in the morning and I would love to do the hard task in the morning, and then later on in the day my energy crashes in the middle of the day and it again jumps back at high energy after my workout. So I do schedule my day like that. I have the most difficult task of data analysis and other stuff in the morning, and in the evening when my energy is crashing, I schedule meetings because it requires less of my brain power. And then again after it's done, I go to the workout, and after my workout I'm again energized, and I then schedule like video making, film making, something that requires my energy. So you need to understand your routine better. You need to understand what your energy levels are. Do you feel the most energized after your food, after your lunch, after your dinner, early in the morning? When do you feel the most energized? And schedule tasks accordingly. I have talked about a lot of good things of how you can make different sort of list of high energy list, low, medium, etc., and how you can schedule it. I would really ask you to go and check that video out because it is super helpful. And yes, so schedule your task according to your energy and not what's in your to-do list, and schedule all your deep work according to that. That will ensure that you have double the output and half of the stress. And these 3 habits, they don't look fancy at all, but they will rewire your mindset, and that's what creates a lasting discipline. See you at the other end. Bye bye.